Hi guys, so today I just want to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit about something that has really been a very big part of my kind of focusing on me this year and just becoming a better and healthier person. On December 10th of 2019, I decided to have, well, it's not when I decided, but it's when I had the gastric sleeve surgery. Rewind 3 months before that, it was kind of something I'd always thought about off and on as I continued to gain weight. Having 2 kids, it just kind of kept gaining weight in between both of those. Food was my comfort. So when I was upset or having a hard time and whatever, I kind of turned to food. I love food and I still love food, but it wasn't a healthy relationship. And I could tell by my health that that was just something that I needed to change for myself, and not just for myself, but for my kids and my husband and just my family, so that I could really be around. As I've gotten older and seen my parents get older, and I start seeing their medical issues that they have come up, and a lot of them are weight related, and that's kind of a common theme in both sides of my family. So I already know that I have to deal with the family aspect of that, and then on top of that, I just wasn't making healthy choices for myself. So I decided that I was going to look into weight loss surgery, and I luckily have really awesome insurance through work, and it covers that type of surgery, and they didn't have a ton of requirements. Some insurances have lots of requirements and some don't. Mine was relatively easy. And so I found the surgeon over by where I work, and I decided to have this surgery. So I did 3 months of meeting with a nutritionist and had to do a lot of classes and get all these tests done. I always joke, if you have ever been pregnant, you find out every single little thing that's wrong with you because of all the blood work and tests they do on you. This is kind of the same thing. I had every single thing done to me so that they knew every single issue I had, just how my whole body worked, my stomach, everything. It was crazy. So I did go into this in kind of a weight range where I was borderline, where I would have to have some medical issues because of my weight in order to qualify for the surgery. So when I first came into it, because I really wasn't going to the doctor like I should be or taking care of myself properly, I came in without any written medical issues that were weight related, even though I could tell just by the way that I felt that there were probably things going on that I just wasn't really wanting to deal with. So I went in with just a high BMI, but not high enough to qualify alone. So they do all these tests. I had to have a sleep apnea test. I got tons and tons of blood work to check for diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, just all of those things that are related to weight. I also had to have an endoscopy done, and they did ultrasound and all this kind of stuff. So I went in as quote unquote a relatively healthy on paper person, and I came out with type 2 diabetes, where I had to be on medication right away because it was so bad that they were amazed that I was not feeling worse than I was. High cholesterol, which I kind of already knew I had because I have just the genetics of that on both sides of my family. Pre-hypertensive, so I have high blood pressure issues. I also had a hernia, which I didn't even know about, which was also causing a lot of acid reflux and things like that were going on with me, that I just kind of, figured it was because I was eating crappy food, and, I would eat some Tums and go about my day. So I went in relatively healthy, came out holy crap, there's a lot of things wrong with me. And my A1C for type 2 diabetes was so high that they said I had to bring that down first with medication before they would even operate, because it wasn't safe to operate on me because of how high it was. So they got me on medication. My primary doctor was really great with getting me on all of that stuff, and I was able to get my A1C down, also with the pre-diet and everything like that. And then so 3 months later, I had my surgery. My starting weight before the pre-op diet was 275, which is the largest I had ever been in my life. When I had surgery, on surgery day, I think I was 255. So I had lost 20 pounds just with doing the pre-op liquid diet and stuff that they have you do to help also shrink your liver, because I had a fatty liver. And when they're doing surgery in the stomach, they want to make sure your liver isn't enlarged because it's harder to get around. So I did all of that and then had surgery. So we're 8 months out. Yeah, 8 months out as of July 10th. And I have lost 115 pounds. And I finally hit the, where I'm not considered obese or overweight anymore. I'm now at my in the range for a healthy weight for my height, which is really awesome. I still am about 25 pounds away, 25 pounds away from my goal, but it's a lot. They don't tell you about how much it is, and really making sure that you understand that the biggest part of it for me, it's not, I can drink the shakes and I can eat the proper food and I can do all of that. What the part of it they don't really talk to you about as much is that you have to fix your unhealthy mental attachment to food. So that's what's been really hard for me. And I think that that's been the biggest thing with me on when I do stall and things like that. It's most of the time because I needed to take a little comfort in food again for whatever reason, or I'm not getting enough of the things I do need, like water and things like that, because I'm just running around and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like as I have tried to find other things to kind of take up my time and be that happy place or that comfort for me, I found a lot of things that I really enjoy that I'm really trying to be more involved in and do more of, so that I'm not going to the fridge or grabbing something I shouldn't be having. And that's something I think a lot of people don't realize. Like, this is just a tool. The surgery is just a tool. It's not an overnight fix. Like, yes, I've lost a lot of weight in a very short amount of time, but I've also had a lot of things that I've had to deal with and pretty much have to reteach myself how to eat and drink. And like, it's a lot. It's not like by any means an easy way out at all, but it is just a tool. And I feel like you really have to understand that and really find other things to do instead of eat. And so I know that that's been kind of like the reason why I'm doing this channel with this content. It's something that I can do with my husband, and it's something that we can do together that isn't food related. Like, we go out on dates and we always go to a restaurant or something like that. And that's kind of been something I've been trying to shift our focus away from. So this is something we can do together, which is really awesome. Another thing, again, that I'm super passionate about, and I was before, but even more so now, is my makeup, perfecting my makeup skills and just becoming more educated on makeup and how to apply it and all these more cool different ways and avenues of that. My wigs, I love wigs, and I started wearing them because of having hair thinning issues with C-section and just a lot of just like my diet and things like that. And after having my gallbladder removed and then having this weight loss surgery done the same year, I really have had really huge issues with my hair. And so I started wearing wigs, and I love wigs. And I got to the point after surgery, what did we do this? Like, we do this is a quarantine decision that we made here. I was just tired of being in the shower and pulling tons of hair out every time I would take a shower. So I was like, I'm going to get clippers. My husband helped me cut my hair. And I was like, I can't. I'd rather cry once and be done than be upset every time I take a shower. I already have all these great wigs, so, you know, I can always just throw one on and have my long hair. And it's been an adjustment, and I've been really trying really hard to embrace this hair because it is my hair. But it's been something that it's like, I've definitely not traded my hair for my weight. I'm so happy that I'm healthier and I feel better about myself and I feel better inside, but it's something I had to let go in order to have that. And so I've been really trying to work on that. And my wigs are a huge help with that kind of stuff. And then just like, because now also I'm able to wear a lot of things I never could. 2 or 3 months ago, I put on a pair of jean shorts for the first time in probably 10 years because I just stopped wearing them because I just absolutely hated the way I looked in them. And I had these awesome pictures taken, and I've just been trying to do a lot of that just to make myself understand that I've come really far and that I get to enjoy all these things that I couldn't really enjoy before, which has been really great. That's just kind of a little bit about a big part of, like I said, my journey of me this year, and that's the sleeve surgery. If you guys have any questions about surgery or anything like that, absolutely comment below. I will try my best to get back to everyone. And if you have any other specific questions or things you'd like me to talk about in a different video that's related to this or related to anything else, but really related to this in general, leave it below and we will add that to the list of things that we want to do for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get any notifications on any videos I do in the future. And I hope that this gave you a little bit more insight into a little part of me and my journey. And thanks for coming.